Hello everybody, today's gonna be a little bit of a different video. I'm not really sure where I'm going with the channel, honestly, so I'm gonna be testing out some random stuff, but today I'm going to be showing you a little bit of a tour of the Minecraft realm that I have made with my friend and I. We've got some cool builds and I don't know, I'm just worried about it shutting down. I think I need to get this stuff recorded just in case, and it's just cool, and just in general, so yeah. Um, Also, wanted to mention the fact that I am using the Roundista texture pack and the Kappa shader, so that is why things will look a little bit different. So then, the very first thing I made was this cabin house thing? I don't know. Definitely a house. I guess you could call it a cabin style sort of thing. I think it looks really freaking neat, actually. And there are, shoot, I think it was three or four floors to this house. At this time, wait, actually, I was gonna say, I don't know if I remember how long this took. I definitely do not remember, but I think I wrote it down. Damn, I didn't. Well, damn, I don't remember off the top of my head how many hours this took me. It was definitely a hot freaking minute, I'll just say that. It was like at least 4. It was definitely more than 4 hours. I didn't write it down on a sign or anything, so I don't remember, but yeah, let's look at the inside. So before I actually go inside, I want to show you the front door because this is actually what my friend made. The one little part of the build, he actually did some input because I do not know how to do 3x3 redstone doors. I'm not as great at redstone as he is, so he did this part for me. And big preach to Sam because yeah, again, like I said, I would not have been able to do this. And it took him a hot minute to do this as well. I remember I was working on the house a while he was just working on the door and struggling with it. I felt so bad. But especially considering the fact that I have another door over here to be symmetrical over here. But I really don't mind if it's not a redstone door or whatever. It's kind of just a hidden back door, really. So yeah, that's just there. There's not much over here except for paintings, a little bit of view. Ignore the zombie. I don't know where that's at or why we're here. It's a feature. It's just part of the house. It's normal. So then we turn over to this side. This is just the fireplace. It feels really cozy, especially with the shader, actually. Then we got the aquarium. We can turn the lights on inside. It doesn't really do much. It's just those lights. Right now I only have the turtle. I used to have fish, but they all despawned or died. One of the two. I don't know what the heck happened to them, but yeah, we just got the turtle. I don't know what to name him, but he's in there. We make our way over here. We got some barrels for some storage, and then some heads. Got our pretty grand staircase, although it looks a little funky from this corner and stuff. And again, we've got more view. This is a downstairs area. I will actually come back to this and show you later, so keep this in mind! But anyways, we make our way up the stairs, and then we got our dining area, massively open, yeah, big freaking table, some candles, cake, a big old pot, some mushroom soup on there, and then we've got another section of our cozy fireplace over here. And then we've got some patio areas to go out of. We got one over on this half of the house. We can go, if we want, we can go back in through here actually. Run through these doors to the other section of the patio. Nice and open. It's a very pretty view actually. Now making our way back inside from here, let me show you this left side. First of all, there's a hidden room. You might be like, oh yeah, this is just like kind of freaking weird, right? Weird area that just goes up into somewhere else. But little did you know, there's doors over here into the hidden bedroom. Which is all got this hanging glowberry stuff. Because I don't know, I just think that's a really cool decoration. I really have fun with it. So I've got it kind of as curtains pretty much. I didn't want to use banners or something. I think this looked a lot nicer really. To let some of the light through. But yeah, and then we can also go out, exit through this way. And now I will show you the other upstairs. We just turn around up here. This is kind of like the little cozy little area. We come through here. And this is where this is where the kitchen is actually at. You make the food upstairs, and then we go back downstairs, and that's where we hang out and chill. And then, got some music, jukebox, little dance area, I guess. And then over here is where we actually have the bedrooms. Got it like a little office area, bunk beds, nice little view out here as well. Well, I wouldn't say it's a nice view. Right now, it's pretty freaking ugly. It's kind of like a flat concrete hell. I needed to do some fixing, put some other little houses, make it a cute little neighborhood. That's kind of what I intended for this area, honestly, but I ended up not doing that. But yeah, the bedroom is the same on this side. The view is actually pretty over here. Dang, I can't. That's actually weird. I just can't see the water. That's odd. Alright. But yeah, it's built the same on this half. And then we go back over here. Another fireplace. It's tri-leveled fireplace. We got to, right? It just goes straight up. And then behind we've got the TV. We watch some stuff. I want to go on a tangent here about TVs and paintings, okay? I'm upsetty at the fact that Minecraft changed how paintings overlap. They don't overlap anymore. The paintings will now sense if there's a painting next to it, and it will just like become a square. Like if there was nothing here and I tried to place a painting, it's not going to put a 4x4 one over here and overlap these two. It's just going to put one. I miss that. I miss when they overlapped because I think it was really fun for TVs. It gave a, like a jittery static effect as if the TV was playing, but you can't really do that now. So now you just gotta slap some paintings and be like, oh yeah, this is a TV. But it still works. Still got the buttons and stuff. But yeah. And then over here is our library nook hangout area. Got one little nook with the ugly view over here. And then we go back. We got some of the lecterns, books, some chill area to sit over here. Back to the other side, and yeah, this pretty much all of this upstairs and up here the house. So let me go back downstairs and show you the secret. So go back down here, and now we're back to the main floor over here. This is the other part that I want to show. It's really cool. So this is actually, there's not technically a basement. This is the bottom main floor. But we go down here, and of course we got our little enchantment room with all the books, the enchantment table. But here's the thing. We get this secret staircase down here, which actually will lead us into a big old tunnel. Let me show you. Big old tunnel. This is actually one end of it. This tunnel alone took so long. This took so many hours, and it was actually both my friend and I that were working on it. But mind you, this is all underneath a freaking ocean. Okay, so we had to use some sponges, take out the freaking water, build all of this up and whatnot. And my gosh, was that freaking tedious, I will say, especially when you consider the fact that we did glass, and then like you can see yeah, right above here you can see that we've got some water above us and whatnot. But yeah, it was so tedious. We didn't really feel like making this part prettier, because like technically we could have covered it with some more quartz like we did over here, but it's actually kind of cool. Actually, I will say with this shader, it's really freaking cool looking up above, because I can't remember the other one that I had before. I had some other texture pack or shader that I was using before, and when I would look through up here, or if you just are using, vanilla texture pack and shaders, stuff like that, if you look up, you're gonna see the water, you're gonna see all the blue. But with this, I think it's because I'm looking through the glass, and that's affecting the water as well. So it just looks like there's no water. It's kind of wild, and I can just see the house that my friend built. But yeah, anyways, this is a weird deviation little area. I will branch off and show you this later, but for now, we're just gonna keep going straight. Also, I apologize if like the shader's messing with your eyeballs, because I noticed when I shift to run and then stop, I don't know, it gets a little wonky. I apologize about that, but when we get to this tunnel, this will be the Crimson Kingdom. It is not right now, there's just the castle, but I do intend for this to be a mini kingdom, pretty much. But yeah, right now we have just the castle, and that looks really cool. The blue lanterns look cool as hell with the shader. But there's not too much going on inside, really. Like, this right here is just, where you would walk up to talk to the king. I used to have illagers, and then a pillager, I think pillager, the dude that holds the flag, was the king. But they would despawn, I would have issues with that. So I had to put some, regular villagers in there, but it is what it is, it suffices. Oh, my bad. But yeah, we got the king in here. Um, I should have put actually a long table in here or something, but I didn't do that. I didn't put too much effort onto the inside of this, to be honest, because I went all out on the inside of this building. But yeah, so this is just a weird. This room does nothing. It's like a weird little open area here. And then over back here is the library enchantment area with the lecterns and whatnot. And then we've got this secret area where we've got all of our treasure. We've got the armor just in case we need to go to war and shit. Yeah. Also, I will say this was extremely annoying to make. I was trying to yeah. I was trying to get the pistons, the blocks to be, right here, obviously to line up and be more hidden, but with the space I had allotted for myself, this area, I just could not freaking do it because past this wall, outside of this wall, is actually just the freaking outside of the building, so I couldn't do that. But it is what it is. It's fine. It works. But anyways, we go out here. This is actually the prison. You cannot read that. Oh my god. There we go. Now we can read it. Okay, so this is the prison. As you can see, there. Oh god. We have many prisoners. We have many prisoners. The first tier, second tier. God. Third tier, fourth tier. Sorry, these two are so dark. Holy crap, bro. Okay, let's freak them out. Panic, my villagers! Panic! Anyways, outside of the prison, this is just, another random area that was kind of made from the outside architecture and shit. This is our little elevator that we use to go up to this floor. Really not much going on in here. We got this outside patio though, which is really nice. And then we go inside. Oh yeah, I didn't even freaking. Okay, yeah, this area, I had a lot more planned for this inside, like a loft up here, and I just didn't freaking do anything. Obviously, like I said, it's just absolutely empty in here. I barely worked on the inside, because I got tired of working on this building. Um, I think the entirety of this building took as long as it did to make the house. And, I did the inside part of that house, so this took way too freaking long for my liking. So yeah, it's just empty in here. Got this patio out here as well, which, oh gosh, which wraps around here and whatnot. All the way around. And then we go back inside. Again, there's really nothing going on here. We can go up though. And then up here, we are now inside one of the towers. Walk all the way up the tower. And now we are on the outside of it. This part is really cool. I should make actually a more of a patio area, I guess you could call it. That's not secure, but we're not gonna worry about that. That's a feature. Who said castles are safe? Not me, bro. But yeah, anyways, we're gonna work our way back down, and then I'm going to show you the princess quarters that are actually in the opposite way over here. The princess quarters! Technically the princess prison because she is locked inside of here. So, this is the inside. This would be like a little, living room area, I guess? Not necessarily, because there's nowhere to sit, but yeah, you've got all of your, crafting benches, stuff like that. And then you go up the ladder. Also, you gotta hear prisoners. You just have to hear the prisoners below you all the time. That is wretched. But we're gonna work our way up. And then we have the little area that we can actually see out. And this is cool because you can actually just see into the water. We're not looking outside. That's kelp right there. We're just looking into the water and go straight up. So that's our view over here, at least on this floor. behind us is where the parrot and toad is kept. Got their little tank over here. And then if we work our way back up again, this is the bedroom, storage room and stuff like that. Got the ender dragon. You gotta have the ender dragon. I mean, why wouldn't you? Of course. And we work our way back up again. This is more of like a lounging area. Got the tiny little windows where you can just barely see above the water over there. But then, if we work our way up here, up the scaffolding, then this is where we have top of our rescue tower, pretty much. No way to jump out or escape. The princess is stuck if you were to really put someone in here. They actually would not be able to get out if you closed the iron door at the bottom. And yeah, you can only see just ocean. Oh, maybe there's some hope over there? Maybe? But you can't see past that. You never know. Yeah, we work our way back down. Bedroom. Lounging area. Living room sort of area. But yeah, you could actually just keep someone up in there. Alright. And then if we go back over here again. And this is another little tower. It's really it up here. There's a little bit. It's kind of more of like just another watchtower a little bit, but this is more so inside the kingdom because you wouldn't be able to see much really. There's nothing to see over here except for the water. Maybe you'd see some people coming over the wall or something, and you could see a little bit of the townspeople. And yeah, let me show you more of the view from over here. Way up. I think the most annoying or most complex part to build was the roof, specifically this roof over here, because I had to, oh man, just the freaking stairs. It alternates between some stairs and regular blocks. So first of all, that pattern, and then also getting it to work with the turns and then with the other, parts of the tower and stuff. My god, that was extremely freaking annoying and complex. And I didn't really show this patio. I showed the top patio up there. But there is this little back area that this really just wraps around here. There's nothing, there's like nothing over here. So the stairs come up into here, and it just rolls back down. Yeah, that's pretty much the whole castle. And I, of course, intended, like I said, to put a few more little houses and stuff, but I ended up not doing that yet. I ended up, doing some other builds first before this, but yeah, I want this little area to be the Crimson Kingdom. Now, my god, I want to go into a tangent about hollowing out this area, because holy crap, was that extremely obnoxious. So, the very first things I ever did in this server, I've been going in order pretty much of what I've done. I flattened out the area over there, and then I built the house. And then I came over here, I was like, I don't know, intentionally wanted to hollow out an area and then build something in it, so I did that. And I believe this is a 100 by 100 diameter circle. So, yeah, it's a perfect circle, and I had to just, build the thing straight down, and then hollow it out, which was extremely freaking annoying. That took so many sponges, so many freaking sponges. Me and my friend took, I think it was 2 or 3 hours, just to take out all of the water. And we were just using sponges, bro. And that is like the fastest way you can possibly do it, and it still took 2 to 3 hours, man. Way too dang long. Yeah, and then once we finally finished hollowing that out, I built the castle here, and then and then I was like, hey, we should just connect this area to the actual land, not just by boat, because, if we're thinking adventure-wise, RP-wise in the realm, this is going to be a little difficult to find amongst all of the water. I know it's really not far from what we built, but, people's render distance, they might not even think, hey, let's go in this direction. I don't know. So, I was like, hey, let's just carve out this shape, and we're gonna go. And that's exactly what we did. And then we made it connect to my house, which happened to work perfectly. I did not line up this area with the house that I built or anything. I really just slapped the circle down in a random spot, and it just happened to line up with the house. But now, I'm going to show you this area that branches off. Now this area, oh yeah. So we go just straight up over here. And this takes you to the lighthouse that my friend built. Actually, I think if we go back in here, we should be able to see the basement of it a little bit. Yeah, this is the little basement area of a little bit. But if we go up, we go inside. Okay, okay, I don't know how to explain this. Me and my friend's builds are kind of the opposite. I feel like the outside of some of my builds look really freaking cool, but then the inside of them are super boring or weirdly planned out. I don't know, it just feels like it doesn't look right. But then my friend is kind of the opposite, where it's like, oh yeah, it's a lighthouse. Yeah, it's like, it's not bad, but there's no extra, there's no crazy details like we normally do for some other stuff. We go inside, bro. I could never top it. What the hell? This is like one of the coolest freaking interiors I've seen in the building. And I thought I did decent for interiors. I felt like I filled the house, right? I was able to fill it up. And I felt like that was decent. But nah, he just went above and beyond. I was like, you know what? Let's put some variation of books. Some of the vines, some things, chains. Like, what? Bro. I could never. What the hell? And then on top of that, you go up and it's like, bruh! It's just another cool section. What the hell? And storage barrels, stuff like that. You go up this way. And this, another cool freaking section. The bedroom. What the heck, man? I don't know. And then you go up again. Oh god, there's the freaking light. And yeah, this is cool. I think this is really cool, being able to walk around it and stuff. You can see the whole view everywhere around us. Lit as heck. Let me make our way back down. But like these, for example, what is this? I don't even remember what this block is called, bro. I'm a Minecraft veteran. I'm not used to this 1.21 shit. I'm used to 1.8, 1.16, whatever the hell. I don't know what that block is. It's copper something, but it looks cool. Like, I wouldn't have thought to add, I don't know, like the vines, the coral. I don't know. But I just think it's neat. Coming out of the lighthouse, this is I think this is the first thing that my friend built. Yeah, this house. The little sandy desert house over here, you could see mine. And then this one. So, where the frick? Yeah, the front door. I don't know where the front door is at. Don't judge me. Okay, it's over here. And then this inside. We got the pit. The pit for hanging out, lounging around. He's got a cozy little fire pit too. What the hell? Oh my god, wait. I don't think I even realized his had a basement. What the heck? Oh my god. Wait, yes I do. I do remember this had a basement because I remember him saying how freaking tedious it was to build this section over here for the enchantment table. But yeah. And then we go back upstairs. We go to the this is the main floor. Go to the upstairs floor. This is a little more open. We got hella views though. He actually built this house in a really cool spot because the terrain looks cool. Unlike my house where it's just flat on the one side of it. And then over here he made, oh yeah, there was a horse that was randomly hanging out around the house, and then we were first holding onto the horse onto the patio of that house, and then we were like, okay, we need an actual spot for the horse, so let's put it over here. Zaza horse! I forgot that was your name. So yeah, we made a little section for the Zaza horse. Upstairs over here, we got a tiny little view. Cool as heck though. So yeah, the Zaza horse has his own little area. After being amongst our builds and like in the way of our construction for a bit, we were like, oh, we need a little actual spot for him. And then let me show you this house because I know you've been seeing this in the background, especially from that tunnel over here. Dude, I don't even know how long he took because I was not online for the majority of the time that he built this. So, my god, it is freaking intricate though. But I remember when this was kind of like a block that didn't have as many details on it, and then he just freaking went crazy with it. So, how do I get inside? I think this is actually the front door, right? Spoon's castle. Yeah, this is his castle. So this will be the front door. This is the open area. Dude, it needs to have a spoon throne. It's gotta have a mega spoon throne. Or a throne right here and spoons on the side. Yes, yes, throne of spoons on the side. You got to, bro. And then the outside, you gotta have mega spoons. That'd be fucking sick, bro. All right. So I don't even remember how to get to the next levels of the house though. Wait. Hold up. See if we can figure this out. All right, yeah. So we do just go straight up. I like this little area. It's like a little landing area, and then you go in to this light spot, and you can look straight up. That's lit. What the hell? No pun intended, but this is cool too. Okay, how? Now this is where I'm confused. How do I get inside of this area? Are you able to? Dude, I don't even know. Yeah, I don't think I can get inside normally to that side unless I were to break the glass, but I don't want to do that. But yeah, that looks like another big ol' open room area. So, is there? Yeah, 'cause that's what this is. I really don't know how to get inside of here. I dead ass don't. But then we've got this area above it. I don't know if we can get inside of here either. What the fuck? I don't know. But yeah, we've got another cool, just open area that goes straight up. Straight up. And then I think we can go into the bottom area. I think. I was in there once. How do we get in there? I don't know. I don't think we can get in the bottom part anymore. Ish. Wait. I know there's stuff in there. I know it's an empty room. I know it's an open area. I just don't want to break it. I just really don't want to break it. Or, okay. I really want to look inside, but I also really don't want to interfere, man. Hold on. We're gonna do something. Need some stone so I can get to. Okay. Holy! Holy! It is light galore. It is actually lit in here. It is literally lit in here, bro. Alright. So, I was just curious. You know what? Hold on. Okay, here's what I want to do. Whoops. Was here. What's today's date? Not to date the video, but... Alright. Now, that's gonna be there forever if he ever looks in there. Well, watch it be some, I don't know, years in the future or whatever, and then we're gonna be like, oh yeah, I remember this build, this is pretty cool. How do we get to this area? And we're gonna do the exact same thing I did just now. And then we're gonna see the sign and be like, wow, bro. Freaking wow. You really did that. But yeah, this is a cool ass castle. I really think he should open an access point to at least this spot. Even if he doesn't open the downstairs or that tier, I think that's still cool. I mean, there's a lot of space up here, though. That's just not opened, too. Same with below there, But yee. I think that's cool. It's hella intricate. These are the types of intricate builds that I could just never freaking do. Because every point of it, you've got, like, a stair somewhere or a slab somewhere. I've gotta have some type of build that has, like, breakpoints of just, just a wall that's a little bit more simple. Man, stuff like this. Woo, I don't think I could do that. But stuff like this over here, the Statue of Liberty that I built, okay, this was annoying. This was just really annoying, I think, to get the proper shape, but it's not clearly as obnoxious as stuff like that is. Oh my god. Oh look, it's starting to oxidize a little bit now. But yeah, I intentionally built this with the copper block because I know that's how the Statue of Liberty was built, and I wanted to just see it naturally go green. Just as cool as hell. Um, so yeah, I made this little raised area for it a tiny bit that kind of, I don't know if it's just me, maybe it's just me, but it reminds me of the island in Saints Row 4. I think it was Saints Row 4. But yeah, I don't know why this flat area reminds me of that little island. And then the statue on top of it. But yeah, I think it looks cool as heck. Especially with the shader, it actually makes it look much more metallic now. But getting the proper shape, like the gown to actually look like it was flowing and kind of going in this direction, that was extremely obnoxious. I will just say that. And the book little thing is it's what you know it's up to your mind. It's up to your mind to figure out what the heck that is. Because I was really struggling with it, but yeah. And I think the face came out pretty cool. It gave me a lot of trouble when I was connecting it. Where the arm was connected, it just looked a little goofy there. And then I think the crown look came out pretty nice. And then of course we got the torch, which of course I just think that looks cool because I mean I used fire. I don't know. I just think fireplaces and stuff like that is a cool interactive piece to your builds, to a home. It's like I don't know, it's just a moving part, makes it look more alive or something. I don't know. That's neat. And that's a cool freaking view too. What the hell? Okay, now there's really not much else to show. There wasn't too much going on in this world because my friend and I, even though we spent a lot of time in this realm, it was more like we spent a lot of time on a few things rather than just like making a lot of stuff like that. So, yeah, the only one of the other things, this was honestly, I don't know. It was just some random tower. I really wanted to try the method of taking, I don't remember what order it was now, but I think it was water first or lava first or whatever, and then you put the other liquid down and then it makes the tower using cobblestone or turning it all into cobblestone, but that did not work the way I wanted. So I ended up having to kind of manually build the majority of this. And then the only other actual build that we've got, I'm not including this, even though it's a cool circle that goes into the end. I don't think I even put anything in the end either, even though we did. Oh Jesus. Oh God. Oh, what the hell? Why does it look like that? What? I'm just confused. Is this? Why is everything purple? I assume it's my shader that just like was like, oh, let's make it liquidy or something. I don't know. This looks cool, but it's also really freaking weird. But I'm also very confused by what the heck is this? Because when I spawned in, it had a light. It's just a end block, a portal block that spawned. Why though? I don't think I've ever seen that before in my life. Can I go back? Sorry? Oh no, I'm lost. Oh no, I'm lost. So you're meant to come back to this? Go back? Oh my god. Okay. 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 We're good. We're good. I don't like it here anymore. I didn't know that was a thing. I don't recall that being a thing. That made me feel lost and I don't like it. I'm going back home. That was freaking weird. Alright, that was a thing that happened. But I also wanted to show this other build. That was a test of my 3x3 redstone door that my friend did. But then over here is really the last actual build we kind of have in the realm. And it's a mega, kind of, I don't know what you call it, ender sword? But it goes into the nether. I think it's lit as hell. My friend built this one. I really don't know how long it took him to build this one. I think he built this one the same time, like after his first house over there that he built, but kind of at the same time that I was building this a little bit. I don't know. But yeah. And if we go to the Nether, there's really not much in here to be honest. But we do have some things. Um, okay, yeah, so I think that is just my freaking shader making the swirlies. Okay, that's weird. But yeah, there's no actual builds in here except for just this bridge that goes straight for absolutely freaking ever, by the way. Holy crap. I don't know where there was a party over there, but yeah, and then this goes all the way through to some of the sandstone biomes as well. My god, I did not realize. Okay, yeah, that's pretty much the end. Wait, what? It just keeps going? Wait, I didn't know that I had structured it out this far. Holy crap. Bro? Wait. I don't think I am losing my mind. I don't think I am. Because I know I was building this bridge with the blocks that are already around. Yeah. Because I was building... I stopped here, and then I do recall that I structured this part out. But I used nether brick or soul sand, whichever that the environment was. I was pretty much blending it in. I think my friend came in here and built this then. Cause yeah, he started it. I did not do that. I definitely do not remember that. And if I did continue building the nether, I would have used nether blocks, not the pillar. Especially suddenly, a sudden cut on the bridge. I don't know, but yeah. He had to have done that then. Cause I was gonna say it just keeps going. I do not recall. I do not recall structuring it out this much. Usually when I end a bridge, I actually fill it out first. And then stop. Yeah, so he did this part. Dang! We got to the blue fire section over there too. Damn. Alright, so I guess, time to go all the way back. Cause I didn't actually build anything here except for Hell's Bridge. But yeah, that is pretty much everything that is actually everything that my friend and I have built in this realm. We've had it for a few months now, but like we were only active on it for a handful of weeks, I feel like. Um and yeah, I think both of us just kind of keep coming in here randomly and picking out a few builds, like we keep extending or editing a few things. It's just still up and we just keep doing random stuff. Um Now, I want to say, what do I think would be is like my favorite or my least favorite? I think that's a hard freaking question actually. I will say, okay, I think the easier question to answer will be is my least favorite. It's that thing. I don't think I have to explain, but I will anyways. It's just there. First of all, it's not functional. It's not pretty. The technique I was trying to test out with it didn't even freaking work anyways, so I'm not even satisfied with the existence because it didn't work. So, but yeah, um, my favorite build. Oh man, that's gotta be between the cabin that I made and between the lighthouse that my friend built because I really like not only the interior of this building but also the structure. I just really like how the roof looks and then that it's got a wraparound patio. I really like that. And it's hella functional with like the actual kitchen upstairs, the dinner table over here, um, stuff like that. The bedroom, storage areas, just areas to actually chill, lounge in, the enchanting table. He has that stuff as well, but it's like, I don't know, I just really like the layout and the openness of a cabin. I don't know. I think I just really like the exterior of this, and then the interior helps the feel. And the interior is okay on this, I think. Um, but I like the lighthouse. I just really like the lighthouse interior. Like, if I took the interior of the lighthouse and put it inside the cabin, that'd be sick. That'd be sick. I mean, I could edit more of this cabin, but I'd rather not. I'd rather not. I think it's already cool the way it looks. It's got a decent amount going on. Um, Especially considering the floor and stuff. It's already got its little pattern. Which kind of adds for the fun, some texture, things like that. And then stairs, vines, upstairs, which also has a lot, and then the lights. I don't know, I think there's a lot of stuff, there's a lot of aesthetic vibes, accents going on in here. That I think that the house is okay, but again, the lighthouse interior, bruh, I could not top that shit. That is sick as hell. That's awesome. Um, I don't know. Yeah, I am somewhere between the lighthouse and the house. Like where I am right here, literally in between the lighthouse and house. That's where I am on my favorite. Yep, yep. That's how I feel about it. But yeah, this was the whole realm and everything that we've built in it so far. I'm sure I'll do some more tour stuff of this if we build any more. But again, yeah, I wanted to make this video just in case because we haven't been on this realm in a while. So I was worried like in case this got shut down and we never got to see our builds again. I was like, I need to have it recorded or something. I think that'd be neat. But what do I want to do for the future of this realm? Uh, Definitely the Crimson Castle area, Crimson Kingdom. And then I want to make some type of neighborhood over here. I don't know if I want to make another big house, another mansion or two, or just do like an actual neighborhood of tiny homes or something like that. But those are two things I definitely want to do. Even though I don't just houses. I really like building houses. Yeah, just houses pretty much. But yeah, that is the realm, and I will show you this again in the future if we do anything with it. But yeah, see ya!